Everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me.
So first and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, thank you, Raina. Thank you, Tisha. I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, chosen ones, you already know. I do have to give you that brief disclaimer, right? So I only want you to take what resonates and I want you to leave the rest behind. I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. Thank you, Val. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, all right? So be patient with your process. Also, as you already know, my voice is too raspy to be whispering, all right? So this is about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, okay? So before we get started, chosen ones, as always, thank you so much in advance for all your love, like, share, subscribes, your gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you because I don't always get to stop in the middle of my message to relay that to you, all right? So thank you so much. Now, chosen ones, also before we begin, last week we did have individuals who did ask when I will have that buy one, get one free for certain services. So as far as your requests, I definitely did go ahead and I have that deal available for you. Okay. So it is for a limited amount of time, but the link's in my bio. So it's a buy one, get one free for certain coaching sessions as well as readings. All right. So I got you. Now, chosen ones, with that being said, look at me at this point in time looking like Hulk Hogan, all right? So excuse the scarf around my head, but it's raining. You know what I'm saying? So that's another story. But all jokes aside, chosen ones, there's a few messages, right, that I do have to relate to you. So it is important for you to know that what stage or phase that you're in and what applies to you, right? So the first chosen ones, it is really important for you at this point in time to make up your mind on what it is that you want, right? Because there's some of you have an idea, but that idea, chosen ones, that has to be for certain. Because right now you're in the middle of your manifestation. So whatever you put your mind to is what gets presented to you, all right? So with that being said, there's certain love offers that's going to get presented. There's certain job opportunities that's going to get presented. But one, you do have to know you to know what is for you. You also have to know what it is that you want for you. But also, chosen ones, you have to be able to decipher when that is getting presented to you and when that's a karmic individual here to try to deter you, all right? Because some of you chosen ones have been getting tricked by certain siren energy. You've been getting tricked by certain karmics that have been dressing up as disguise as your divine person and has been causing problems pertaining to you, all right? So with this being said, you made your mind up. So I'm talking to the individuals that you already had went through your stage of phase where you started to heal. You started to disconnect from certain things that no longer serve you. You started to realize that certain people that you were extending yourself to didn't deserve you. This is not just romantically, but this is certain family members as well. This is certain friends. This is certain job positions. You understand? You're starting to set those boundaries and everything around you has to adhere to that. So my last live, if you're unfamiliar, the link's in my bio. You can go back to that lecture. It's on my YouTube. But we discussed as far as the importance of knowing what is for you, also from healing from certain individuals, but setting those boundaries, right? Because once you set those boundaries, no matter what you set them for, everything has to adhere to it. So if you say that you're no longer accepting disrespect from your family, well, guess what? Anybody who has similar demons dressed in different disguises, so those demons that are similar to your moms, your fathers, your family who limited you, restricted you, talked down to you, belittled you, used you, abused you, you set that boundary. So any individual that you've encountered that has those similarities are getting removed out of your life too, right? Because you have to realize that some of these demons have been monitoring spirits. So I'll give you an example. You could have had a mother that restricted you, tried to control you, somebody who tried to mold you into what they wanted you to be for them. So So they molded you into a safe version of what they wanted, something that benefited them. So they put certain values in your head that didn't question theirs. They had certain titles over you where you felt like because they had that title, you couldn't question this individual. You couldn't think for yourself. Well, guess what? When you finally got of age and you removed yourself from those people, if you did not close that cycle, they then pass that baton to the next person that you encounter. So because that demon that was in your mother could no longer be around you because you set boundaries with her, guess what? That same demon is going to now get out of the disguise of your mother and dress up as your lover. So now guess what? You have a partner that you end up bringing into your life that has similarities to them. This is that restriction. That is that illusion. This is talking down to you, using you, manipulating you, abusing you, molding you into what they needed you to be to control you, the person that they needed you to be to paint the perfect picture for them, right? Now, with me saying this, chosen ones, you set that boundary. So now, guess what? When that partner, when you realize, like, wait, you have the same characteristics as so and so. So this new person that you presented or gets presented could have that same demon as that old person, but dressed differently because they know that you wouldn't allow them in if you knew it was that same demon, right? So this is almost like somebody not calling from their number because they know that you're not going to pick up. So they'll call from somebody else's phone or they'll call from a blocked number just so that they can have access to you. That's what these monitoring spirits do. So as you set boundaries, know that anybody who has as far as the same frequency as those people that you're moving away from, they're going to get dismissed out of your life too, regardless if you set that boundary for them specifically or not. You understand? So just know that, baby. All right. Now, with that being said, you're clearing out these monitoring spirits. These are the people that only want to come around when they want to know what you got going on. And as soon as you tell them what you got going on, things start to go awry. Things start to get chaotic. Things start to get crazy or start diminishing around you. It's because you told these individuals what your plan was. Even if they didn't look like an enemy again, a lot of them come in different disguises, chosen ones, okay? So right now, you started to remove yourself from certain people. You set those boundaries. Now, regardless if God removed you from them or you removed yourself from them. Now, what do I mean? God gives you your intuition, chosen one. So you get first dibs on your choices and decisions, right? So God will give you your intuition, telling you what these people intend to do to you or what they intend to do towards you before they have an opportunity to do it. So this would be your intuition saying, don't trust that person, they are a cheater. Don't trust this person, they're a deceiver. Don't trust this person, they trying to get over on you. Well, guess what? This can also come in the form of God telling you to remove this individual from around you. You could be somebody who's a logical thinker. So this is you. You have to see it to believe it. Sometimes you have to intuitively feel it, chosen one, so that you can prevent it, okay? So God will give you the first choice. God will give you the first decision. Like, okay, you get the opportunity to walk away from this person. They're not your divine person. There's some of you that you kick and scream, you questioning God, like, what do you mean? Well, this person is saying that they like this. God's like, you're not going to have love there. The person saying that they love you, you're saying, whatever the case may be, God will tell you to give you that option to remove it from you. When you fail to, guess what he's going to do? In due time, present the opportunity for them, and he's going to present it into the form based upon ways that they get over on individuals, right? So if this person is money hungry, God will give them an opportunity to pertain it to money, basically to choose that over you. Why? Because he's going to force those individuals from being around you. He's going to reveal their truths to you. He's going to have them break character, okay? So there's some individuals God has been giving you the first dibs to walk away from them, but you listen to them. They lured you in. That's that siren energy. Of course, the song that they sing is going to seem so sweet until you get face to face with them and you realize it was a trap the whole time, right? So there's some of you chosen ones that these are sirens that you've been coming in contact with. These are karmics that you've been coming in contact with. They've been trying to dress as your divine person in order to deter you, but also to try to destroy you. You understand? So stay with me, okay? Now, with this being said, babies, I will say this. pertaining to you setting these boundaries. So this is you no longer allowing certain people to connect to you. You're starting to see through the siren energies like, okay, nah, this sounds familiar, or this feels like the same person, but they saying something different, right? You're starting to pick up on the energy. So your energy and your gifts are starting to shift. Now, with that being said, chosen ones, I want you to know that there's certain individuals that's going to present themselves. There's certain jobs that's going to present themselves. There's certain opportunities that's going to present themselves, but not every opportunity, not every person that gets presented is one that you're supposed to be taking and accepting, okay? So this goes into our next stage of what's going on currently, right? So right now, chosen ones, you have options that are going to arrive. Now, first we'll get the finances out the way, and then we're going to get to the love, okay? So financially, if you've been settling, if you've been giving your blessings through other individuals in a sense, so again, you feel like you're staying with this person because they provide you stability. Whole time, chosen ones, you're giving your finances to them and they're not leaving you anything. Now, what do I mean? Energetically, you're putting them on that pedestal, saying that the only way that you're going to have finances come through is through this individual. So God will sit there. It's almost like God depositing your full check into their account, and then they're going to leave you with whatever it is that they want to leave you with, right? So I want you to realize that there's certain individuals that, again, that you were connected to that was not for you. They were restricting you. So they were stopping your finances. There's some people, chosen ones, that their karma is for them to be limited. So they could have been foul people to the people that used to be in their life. They could have made bad business decisions. They could have gotten over on people. They could have robbed, cheated, steal, whatever the case may be. So these are people that karmically, they have a criminal record, okay? So they're going to cause a damper in the things that you have coming. So they would risk the opportunity of ruining your reputation in a sense, right? So these are people that was out here frauding, they was stealing, they was lying, they was manipulating, they was doing grimy things, okay? You have to see through that, because some of these individuals, chosen ones, if you're extended to them, God's not going to have blessings come into you because he knows that you're going to bless them, put that in their hand, and they're supposed to be restricted. So they're not giving to their children, but you out here allowing them to live all leisurely. Well, guess what? Now your finances is going to start to go down because of who you're around, because they're not doing the right thing. There's some people, chosen ones, where, again, they were evil. They did past karmic things. So now that's a RICO case. If you're connected to them, that's like you having an energetic or spiritual RICO case. You're going to go down with them. Even if you did not do what they did, it's based upon the fact that you made a decision to stick with them. So you have to be mindful, because there's some of you, chosen ones, where you're like, well, we don't judge people on the past, of course, but if the past keeps being present, then that means that that is just that person. It wasn't based upon circumstances. It was based upon that's who they truly are, right? So a liar is going to lie, a stealer is going to steal, a killer is going to kill. That's just who they are. So a demon is going to be a demon. There's no way that you can try to assist them. There's some of you that feel like this is technically your assignment, or you're here to steer them in the right direction. No, you're here to call judgment. Sometimes God will just have you get closer to these individuals so you can call judgment on the right people and bring justice in for people who are seeking their vindication. So when I say that you're undercover boss, chosen ones, that's like the show 60 Days In. And if you're unfamiliar with it, or even the show Undercover Boss. So 60 Days In is when they have people who act like they're criminals. They go into this jail and they want to see what's going on around it. So they want to see who's bringing the drugs in, who's doing destruction, who's lying, who's manipulating. So they'll bring, as far as people who do not have a record, to come in just so that the right people are being held accountable for their actions to clean certain things up. That's you. Now, with the same case, chosen ones, this is like Undercover Boss, where people don't realize that they're in contact with the person who's making the calls. So again, you get to see them in the inside, see exactly what it is that they're praying. So some of these people could be praying to God right now. Oh, well, everybody, he's so foul to me. Everybody was so mean to them. Everybody was restricting them. And God's like, matter of fact, I'm going to send so-and-so in to see exactly what's going on. So guess what? God will have you cross paths with this person. Just just to see if what they're saying is correct, or if they're the problem, or people are causing problems for them. So you'll encounter these people and you'll try to offer them the things that they say people are restricting them. So they'll say nobody shows them love. God will have you come in and you show love to them. And guess what? They may not accept it. They may reject it. And then they go back crying to God again. So then you can go to God like, God, that's not true. I try to give love to this individual and they was mean. They was hateful. They was stern. They was ornery. They was whatever the case may be. So you're somebody who comes in and you're here to call judgment. You're somebody who's the inside man. So if you take it personal about the circumstances that you've been experiencing, of course you'll feel like the world's against you. But when you actually realize your position, you like, oh, why? They need you. You're here to do a bigger calling, right? Now, with that being said, some of it was your family, because prior to giving birth to you, your mother was saying nobody loved her. She didn't have love. So God had her give birth to love. And guess what? She didn't accept it. She neglected it. She abandoned it. She still chased something that was damaging. So guess what? The karma coming in, that's on her. That's not for you to carry the load. God just used you as the light to show them a different direction in that dark road. So you really was here to illuminate as far as certain exit for them, certain ways out for them, new ways of thinking. So don't think of yourself, chosen one, as, oh, the world's against you. Everybody just wants to use you and abuse you. No, sometimes your value is so high that even the people who know that they're not even divinely aligned with it will try, because they're like, man, listen, I'm at least shoot my shot. I'm at least try to do something. Why, chosen ones? Because you are that. So I tell people this all the time. Darkness could seem like it's all around you because you're the light. There could be like solution. It could seem like problems all around you because you're the solution. So although sometimes it can become draining because it feels like a lot of needy people need you, you don't need to always give these individuals your attention. You have to see through it. God will tell you individuals to entertain and other people to shoo away. You understand? So again, not every opportunity is your opportunity. Not every assignment is your assignment. Sometimes you're just here to guide them, even walk in this direction. You ain't even have to say nothing to them, but they observing you, and that gives them the push to want to start, to do what they want to do, right? Or need to do. So just know that you have a position, but hear me out. With this being said, there's some of you that we are here to call judgment. We are not to judge them. We are to call judgment. So that is us to collect certain evidence and energetically. So again, people who are doing deceiving things, God will be like, everybody keeps complaining about this person over here. I need you to get close to them. So God will have those people cross paths with you. And at that point in time, you may not even know exactly what the mission is. So when you cross paths with them chosen ones, guess what happens? God will have you interact with them just so that you're able to pick up on certain energy from them, or you can pick up on their ways, right? But also, you got the light. So they may have been victorious at defeating. So they could have been victorious at being a cheater before. Cheated on certain people, broke them down. They could have been victorious on using people. They could have been victorious as far as doing magic towards people, trying to swap destinies, try to, whatever the case may be. But they were successful because of the person that they were sending that to or doing that to. These were individuals that were not in the divine light. They didn't believe them. They didn't know them. So if they didn't know themselves, they didn't know what gifts that they had as well. They didn't know that they had protection on them. You understand? So, excuse me. So with that being said, chosen ones, there's certain people that I'll say you were called in because you're the person who's going to stop that cycle. You're a cycle breaker. And there's some of you that can say that, oh, you sick of being this job. Now, I can tell you, I like it. Once you know how to, as far as control it so you're not absorbing everybody's energy, once you realize your position, you're not going to take things personally. You're actually going to smile because you know what you called in here to do. When people cross paths with you, chosen ones, there's a decision that has to be made. So that means that up until the point that they meet you, God has been sending them signs and synchronicities. God has been showing them that certain things in their life is supposed to stop. Certain people got to go, whatever the case may be, and they haven't been listening. So guess what? You show up, and you show up to mean business. So think about the undercover boss. When those people show up, it's because there's about to be people that get fired, hired. There's certain things that's about to be made, changes that's going to be made. We're going to see who's causing certain delays. Think about the, as far as 60 days in, where they lock somebody everybody in the jail. Those people are under investigation. They're not criminals, but at that point in time, they could feel like they're being treated the same as everyone else. But guess what? They're there for a mission. They're here to complete it. Now, just like 60 days in, what tends to happen? Sometimes you forget what your position is. Sometimes you forget that you're here to spread light, but not allow these people to limit you, restrict you, and tarnish you, right? So sometimes you forget who you are. So just like the 60 days in, where those people who are really not criminals go into the jail, they start falling in love with these people. They start blowing covers that could put everybody else at risk. They start acting like the people that's in there, acting like they mobsters and running shit. So guess what? That has been you too. Sometimes you encounter these people that were not supposed to be people who have longevity in your life. These are not people that were assigned to you. These are not people that are your divine individuals. These are not your soul tribe. These ain't supposed to be your friends. These are people that you're going to make an example for. You're here to regulate certain things, right? So with that being said, chosen one, some of you encountered a karmic and you was here to call karma on judgment on them, and then guess what happens? You fell in love. You start calling this your divine person. Now you calling her your divine. That's your wife. That's your divine feminine. Oh, that's your soulmate. That's your twin flame. You was giving certain titles to them, and God was like, listen, I think you forgot what the mission was. You was not to come in here and try to fall in love or try to save these individuals who don't want to save themselves. You were here to provide clarity and confirmation. So there's some of you chosen ones that, now we're going to get into this. I need you to stay with me because it's all going to go together, okay? Now, when I say this, is because there's some people that you encounter, and this brings us to the next part of who you're about to be encountering pertaining to love, okay? Now, I say this because there's some people that when you encounter them, they were crying about situations that they were in. So they were getting injustice as far as the situation. So they was getting cheated on. They was getting used. They was the light to some dark individuals. They were the person that either was getting used for finances, sexually, mentally, spiritually, energetically, used, abused, tossed to the side, whatever the case may be, right? So there's certain individuals, chosen ones, that when you encountered them, they were crying to God for a sense of direction. They said they were sick of the cycle that they was going through. They were sick of people that truly didn't love them coming to them. They said they was fed up, right? So they made a plea to God to have certain things aligned for them, bring clarity to them. And guess who crossed paths? As soon as chosen ones, I'm telling you, somebody's walking confirmation. So you have to listen when God tells you to say something or do something, and you know that it's God. You have to, because you're the domino effect. If you're not at the right spot at the right time, that prevents the other person who's supposed to get their confirmation at that time, this person. So then that's a trickle effect for this, so on and so forth. So just like that movie Crash, everything is connected. So what you don't do, and if you delay to listen, that could actually delay somebody else's mission. And guess what happens? Karma will come, right? So there's certain people that you encounter. They were saying that they were sick of receiving certain treatment, that they know that they deserve better. They had they fed up stage, right? Now, some of you are going through that now. Now, with this being said, God's been showing them that people around them was not for them. So he showed them that the family was using them, showed them that your lover had similarities to them. So if your family has their hand out, always wanting money, guess what? You attracted a person that was all about money too, who was just like the mother or just like the father that you had to play a parental figure to. You just like so on and so forth, right? So you sometimes get caught up in the fact that you have the ability to heal certain people, that you take from yourself to give to them and restrict your mission, because you have a place to be and you have to be fully at 100% to do certain things. So you've been taken away from you, which has been taken away from the mission too, which means you're not where you're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so stay with me. Now, with this being said, God will send certain divine individuals in, like, you know what, so and so, I've been telling him that she's not for him. I've been telling him that she's mentally restricting him. She's hurting him. She so on and so forth. Right now, for divine feminists, God was saying that to you too. Like, listen, that masculine that you with, he's not for you. He's a user. He's a manipulator. He's a cheater. He's a deceiver. He's a snake. He's a serpent. He's somebody you're not supposed to be entertaining, right? So God will give you that push. Now, with that being said, now, excuse me, chosen ones, because my allergies, is a little wild right now. So if you hear me coughing and all of that, excuse me in advance, okay? With that being said, I say this chosen ones because God will push them out of those, tell them decision that they should be making. So that person's not for you. It could even be their family. It could be friends. It could be that job position. God, so if this is a lover that they with, God's like, look, that person is draining you. They're using you. You lost your spark. You not who you usually are. You understand you're fading away. You feeling sick. You feeling like this. You feeling drained, exhausted, and it's coming from them. God's like, why you keep letting them block your stuff? Why you keep letting them tear you down? And sometimes you was coming up with excuses. Oh, you got children with them. Whole time you putting your children in that cycle too, because yes, you feel like you broke a cycle by having a 2-parent home, but now you have a cycle that you created as well, where now they got to break the cycle of being with somebody that they not supposed to be with, that's tearing them down. So yes, you may have given them a 2-parent home, but it's not a happy one. It's not an abundant one. It's not something that's full of love and affection. So you created a cycle trying to get rid of the next one, right? So just know that there's some of you chosen ones. You saying that you stay because you have certain things with them. If you leave, they're gonna put you on child support. They're gonna take all your money. They're gonna be petty. So you're allowing the devil to sit there and deter you and not listen to God when God's telling you that he got you. That if you sit, why would you listen to the devil talk about what he's not going to do for you if you do what God tells you to do? So you talking about the devil, which is in that karmic, talking about, well, if you leave them, then you about to not have nothing. They about to talk stuff about you. They about to do, show everybody the truth about you. So they're trying to blackmail you into staying with them. So they're holding you hostage in a sense, and you're listening, and God's guiding you, telling you that the devil can't do what they saying that they going to do, because God already has it set up that if they try to, he going to work on behalf of you, but you not taking that risk because you listen to what the devil's saying. So you going to listen to the devil who can't do shit, because if he could, he wouldn't have them lying, stealing, killing, robbing, and scheming to get shit. It would just naturally come to them just by them being the right person. So you're going to listen to the enemy. No, you're not. We correcting that shit. You not. I'll tell you flat out. So even if you was trying to comprehend, take a second to spell something. No, you're not. Okay. So as far as the demons, you letting them go. You're defeating them. You're paying them no mind. Okay. So there's some of them chosen ones that they're gonna say, oh well, what you gonna do without me? Be abundant. There's certain people that spoke spells on you, talking about you'll never find another individual like them. Thank you. That is the plan. There's certain people talking about you ain't gonna have a real person like them, and you think if that's real, motherfucker, then you might need to check the sources. I'm just saying, that tag ain't hitting the same. Where is those labels? Where's that proof? Because some of these individuals are trying to tell you ain't gonna find, and that is the plan. You understand? So don't threaten me with a good time, motherfucker, because that sound do tell more. I'm curious. You talking about I'll never find nobody like you, so I ain't gonna have a cheating ass, deceiving ass, freaking ass, nasty ass type of person. Baby, sign me up. Matter of fact, I'll take. Yeah, you can sign me up today. All right. There's some people talking about, oh, well, you ain't gonna get a top of the line chick. She done persuade you. That's confidence. Some of y'all was chasing behind people because they was confident. The whole time they some flops. They bullshit. You understand? You was crying. Some of y'all was crying about so and so cheating on you with this other individual, leaving you for the other individual, and they look better together. I'm just gonna say they look better together. Some of y'all crying over people that chose other people, and they look good together. They both bullshit. They both ain't got shit, ain't about shit, don't got God within them, ain't going on. And you out here crying. Both of them may look nice on the outside, but you know that's a nice bag of bullshit. That's just a big bag of headache, being used, abused, misused. It's nothing for you. You understand? So some of y'all, you need to know your damn worth. Because you out here crying about these little IRL monsters, these little fucking trolls. You out here crying about Furby's ass. What? You talking about thinking that she got a prize? Ew. Cut it out. Cut it out. Swiper, no swiping. You need to know your worth. Some of y'all don't know how beautiful you are because you not based upon that. You don't try to use your looks to sell yourself in a sense. You don't try to use your look. You just a naturally good person, and baby, that makes your worth so much better. The fact that you beautiful and don't know you're beautiful, and you a beautiful person inside that comes outside too. So you just an overall beautiful, fine ass individual and don't even know it. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, some of y'all be crying, and I'll be like, who are you crying? This little fucking Beetlejuice? I know you're not crying about Funk Master Flex. I know you're not crying about Can't Get Right. I know the fuck you are not. Talking about, girl, he's gonna go with another. Please, let's hope he does. Let's cross our fingers. I'm trying to tell you, you out here crying. He look better with her. They do. They both bullshit. They fresh, but they soul on stink. Both of them out there passing that pipe and pocket around, about to pass some demons and diseases around. No, thank you. So yes, that other person that they selected was a better individual. They let them get over them. They accept the bare minimum. Both of them Jezebel spirits, so they both out there just being nasty as shit. They both ain't about shit. Both don't got no purpose. So why are you upset about that? Because a demon didn't choose you? Get your ass up and shut it up. I'm just trying to say, because some of y'all still singing Heartbreak Hotel, sliding down walls and shit, keeps playing Mary J. Blige, Ain't Gonna Cry, and you cry more out this motherfucker nose on Roscoe. Cut it out. You better step outside of yourself. Cause baby, you was in that illusion. They had your mind going. Some of them was doing sex spells because the sex spells that other people was putting on them when they was passing around that pipe and pocket. Guess what? That sex spell was hitting you. So you was trapped up in the illusion too, thinking that this individual was your dream come true. And that motherfucker was a nightmare. Like, girl, you are stuck in that nightmare. Wake up. Some of y'all need to get your asses shook a little bit. Cause, splash your ass with water. Wake up. Because something, I don't know if you see what the fuck we all see it. You might need to take them down, put these 3D glasses on, these 5D glasses on. You might see shit a little. You know how when your eyes is bad and certain shit you don't see, but then when you get some glasses, you like, damn, I've been walking around looking like that, or this motherfucker look like this. The whole time them illusions is shaking and you like, oh, fuck no. The same person you was praying to have a baby by, that now you starting to realize, that motherfucker hit your baby's favorite color would have been too. It would have been eating walls. You wouldn't have been able to keep the lights off on that motherfucker, because as soon as it runs across the room, you scared and shit. Like, don't bring that baby back over here during the nighttime. Daytime only. Because I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on. Looking like one of those things. I'll just say, now we don't talk about babies, but I'm talking about the demons. I ain't talking about them motherfuckers. I'm trying to tell you. You be like, oh my goodness. Don't jump up fucking quick. They out here, no. I thought I was getting punked out this motherfucker. I was waiting for somebody to pop out. I thought that was that show where they be scaring people. You know that? Oh my goodness, I can't think of the show right now. But you know when they had that lab where he looked like a half man, half rat, and he's like, oh, that's what some of these motherfuckers would look like. Have you seen Cheryl's ass? You out here trying to bring cute to the fair. Have you seen the lineage? I'm just trying to say, the apple don't fall far from the tree, but that motherfucker, I'm just trying to say, you see Miss Margaret's ass. So you out here, come on now. Miss Margaret's ass ain't right. Miss Margaret's ass is 80 years old, still have drama in her life. If you don't pick your fucking battles, you out here crying about can't get right. Oh my goodness. Some of y'all been getting punked, and it's like, girl, oh, he dressed like he in. The shit is, I know you're not talking about Mr. Tight Pants, that if it's an emergency right now, that motherfucker is going down. His ass knock-kneed ass. Just knees knocking. Not because he's really knock-kneed, it's because them damn jeans don't let him do nothing. You crying about him. Girl, if you don't sit it down, he look like he got your little son's shirt on. Your son's been missing his damn polo tee for a few weeks. The whole time you seeing that motherfucker got it on, trying to be cute. Baby, you better cut it out. Absolutely not. You crying about motherfuckers who can't get right. That motherfucker can't. You talking about, oh, you like her, she gonna read the room, she read the scene. He can't read out loud. Tell him to read that damn label he got on. Tell him to read them results, okay? Let's read them damn results. Because you been itchy, scratchy, shake, rattling, rolling. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. So, chosen ones, you out here, because they confident, you feel like, oh, this is who you're supposed to be chasing. Oh, fuck no. Sometimes it's just confident and bullshit. They trying to, cut it out. So, somebody needed that dose of reality. Because you done gave babies to the motherfucker. You lucky the babies look like you. You lucky that it only took a few of the good qualities from that motherfucker. He may have only had pretty teeth, and that's the only thing that your baby got from that side. You are blessed. There's some of you chosen ones, I'm telling you. You know what? I'ma just chill. Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all out here chasing Susie's ass. Susie then sat there and passed that pot, sitting there, because she's sending you Victoria's Secret. The secret's been out about that motherfucker, okay? The whole time. You understand? You out here thinking, getting hype, and she just sent that to everybody online. Stop it. The secret's been out. You out here accepting the bare minimum. She ain't bought you a gift yet. Every time it's your birthday or some type of special occasion, she want to come dressed up in that same damn outfit. Talking about, oh yeah, you know what I got you for your birthday. Oh, let me guess. The same thing that you got me last week. That passed around P. Oh, congratulations, motherfucker. You don't have no prize, okay? I'm just trying to say, because some of y'all, you be letting, cut it out. It's contagious. It's contaminated. Look, let me spray a few now. Like, you something ain't right. Swiper, you're out here chasing Sour Scout. She out here got the bundle. That with the bundle, she looking Brazilian, but without the bundle, she look like Lil Bill. And you out here crying. Now, some of y'all, you beautiful with the body. All right? Now, I ain't talking about you. But if you get smart, now, listen. Because you know, I got some names too, motherfucker. Don't you watch it. But I'm talking about them. She out here, her scout stink. She out here you out here talking about, can she cook for you? Why would you want her to cook over the food? Her whole damn hands is full of eczema right now. I don't need her passing nothing to me the way she's digging like that. The way all of a sudden, as soon as she knew you was on the way, you see that same little rag on arthritis crumbled up next to the damn tub. Only a little part of it is wet where she caught herself trying to rush washing up. No, you should have gotten them creases, motherfucker. So some of y'all out here, you better know who you dealing with. Soul on funk, ass on funk. You out here, want to be out in there weekend every day, or excuse me, want to be out there every day or on the weekend all the time, throwing that ass around in her section. Now the section's getting shut down. Smell like fish fry. Absolutely not. Talking about throw that ass in a circle. Throw that ass in some water. Please. Please. Expeditiously. Please. Eyes is watering out this mother. It sounds like an Eminem song. Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms is heavy. Just because you walking around this motherfucker. They just fucked up your energy and funky. Now everybody's squinting their eyes at you because you walking with them. That's how it is. If somebody got a funky ass soul, that means they miserable, evil, negative, pessimistic. It's like you walking with a group of motherfuckers who got BV. That shit is on fish fillet. That shit smells like some damn tuna as we speak. Ass on fleek, no, ass on PU. You understand me? You out here. So you walking around with people with, they so effed up, all negative and bad karma. That's like you walking with a funky ass group and everybody smell that smell coming from y'all and they gonna blame you too. And you trying to explain and get them eye to eye like, nah, it's this motherfucker over here. You walking beside them. So guess what? You funky too, motherfucker. So y'all better watch that shit. I'm just trying to say a big PU. So, you crying about him laying up with Shorty. He ain't washed his ass when he was with you. You try to hint around. He talking about no thank you. You keep seeing scope commercials and he didn't scope that shit out yet. He talking about he ain't go nowhere. Oh, he's in the trap. That sounds like an infection to me. So y'all chase who you want to chase, but absolutely not. You better know who you chasing these little funky can't get rights. No, sir. No, ma'am. It's a no for me. Yeah. It sounds like she needs some boric acid expeditiously. Pronto. Look, she needs some damn boric acids on the rocks. ASAP. He need to get that shit tricked out. Checked out because he's tricked out. I'm just trying to say, something ain't right. So, chosen one, choose who you want. But let me get back to it. Now, with this being said, we gonna get into who's getting presented. So, you know, I had to take a little moment because some of y'all reality needed to hit that ass. They are not even that. For you to be out here crying and looking all crazy. You can't get them out your system. You keep playing out of your system by Bow Wow. Shut that shit up. Okay? They are not that. I keep trying to be nice when you say, oh, this is him. What is that? He look like he in the middle of fucking morphing. You out here crying about them. They look like they morphing in the middle of the morph from that damn demon and you crying about them. I'll be like, where they at? Oh, I thought that was the damn pet. I thought that was the damn Doug in the background. I know what the fuck that gargoyle was that she was showing me, talking about you stuck on her. Oh my goodness, he was out here splitting 4 for 4s and you out here crying. Shut up. Damn. Shut that shit up. You out here crying. My goodness. And then you crying about him moving on to another individual, her moving on to another individual. They was sleeping with the motherfuckers when they was with you. What, you wanted to stay a part of it? It sound like you wanted a poly. You talking about, oh, well, he moved on. News, how she say, news flash, buddy. He been freaking. Okay, so well, I don't know why. That's that ego. So if some of y'all are finding it hard to accept that the person moved on, knowing damn well that they cheated on you a few times and your ass knew about it, you might need to seek help. We might need to take a longer talk. All right. You out here crying. It's your ego because of control. Because now you feel outside of your control. When you was passing that little pocket around, when he was passing that pipe around, you was cool. When you was giving it to him like it was a gift or like he was getting rewarded for bad behavior, you was cool. But as soon as that motherfucker goes on to the next one, chooses somebody over you, now you out here don't want to see that person happen. Now you out here Jasmine Sullivan breaking windows and shit. And you're getting booked. And you need to sit down and think about it. Because, But let's talk. Now, with me being said, chosen ones, hold on, look. Because I'm starting to see some of the motherfuckers we talking about that might need to seek help. Baby, you might got to seek help. If you arguing with somebody you might need to seek help. I'm just trying to say, because there's some, matter of fact, we're going to take a moment and address this. There's some wild motherfuckers out here, okay? Because there's some of your, one you arguing over the damn, on lies, on comments. Shut that shit up. Nobody, block, now you over there mad. Now you got to take 5 minutes, hurry up and create another account to say some more shit back. And then that's going to get blocked. Cut it out. Then there's some of you motherfuckers are out of your mind. I don't know you personally, motherfucker. I'm a prophetess. I relate a message. So if the shoe fits, cool. If not, keep your ass walking there. Some of y'all be... I done had weirdos in the messages talking about, oh, they my divine person, we in love. Every time I'm talking, why are you mad at me? I don't know you, motherfucker. I keep blocking you from every account that you had. That's why I don't like doing live shows now, because you out here peeking through bushes and shit. Get it together. There's some of y'all really out your fucking mind. You the demons we talking about, honestly. The ones that... you done allowed too many demons to get you. It's like you ate a bad pill, motherfucker. You done lost your mind. And I'll be the motherfucking, I'll help your ass find it. But you gonna find your ass getting effed up. Keep playing. I'm just trying to say, they are weird. Not just here, because I be seeing certain shit that gets said randomly in other people too. But I can speak on behalf of myself. There's some weird motherfuckers, and you do not know who I am. Baby, God don't play no games about me. So certain shit, I be like, all right, you might need a moment, but baby, don't. God, oh, I, God, oh, okay. Because soon as I say, baby, soon as I put my mind to it, you going to see God slide about me, so you better cut that shit out. You're acting like a weirdo. Cut it out. I'm sorry, we ain't giving them too much attention, but I needed to say that because these motherfuckers, I be seeing y'all argue at the phone on live. It looks like you really by yourself, so you really fucking losing your mind to people that you can't even hear their voice. You out here, the voice is just fucking you up that bad. You seek help. 911. 911, what's your emergency? Do we? I'm just trying to say, because y'all are fucking loony. Some of y'all are loony. You getting triggered because God's been trying to send you that message and your ass been ducking it. Some of y'all are the people, the demons that we talking about, and you're getting your feathers ruffled. That's what we supposed to do. True divine individuals, we the trumpets, baby. We equivalent to those whistles that end up making the birds fly up and then God shoots their asses down. Do not play yourself. Get it together. Because you motherfuckers is loony out here. Some of them are loony, chosen one. Don't even argue with them. They just want the demon to come to you. If you mad, that's when they can attack you. I'm not entertaining y'all motherfuckers. You getting blocked. And I'm going by my day. Now you angry. Now I'm trying to see what I'm about to eat. Wasabi or hibachi. Which one? I'm just trying to say so. Don't entertain no negative at this time, chosen ones. This is not the time. Do not match their energy. Let these motherfuckers take themselves out. Let them go. Give them, Let them argue by yourself. You know them people that you see in the street and they out here rapping and screaming to themselves and you like, matter of fact, I'm not walking on that side of that motherfucker road. That's what we doing. Like, I'm going to stay away from that because I'm going to put that ass down. I'm just trying to say, I'm going to stay away from it. Because you going to fuck around get put to sleep fucking with me. And I'm talking about the long way. And I ain't talking about you going to the upper room, motherfucker. You going to the lower levels, all right? You better cut it out. But let's get back. Yes, I love some. Listen, the vegetable hibachi, the vegetable wasabi. When I go to Mexican restaurants, the vegetable fajita, baby, I be fucking that food up. Okay, but let's talk. Now, we're going to hurry up and get into, because I have another coaching session I got soon. So I just want to tell you this last message. Now, this may be 2 different ones that I'm going to put on YouTube depending on how long this is. All right, chosen ones. But since you stayed so long, we're going to say as far as what's about to come in. Okay? Now, I say this, chosen ones, you have multiple options that's about to get presented. This is not just pertaining to your job financially, but this is also friends, families, opportunities, right? So first we'll say finance. There's some of you chosen ones, it's time for you to make up your mind on what you truly want, what works for you. So this is not you settling for a position just because it gives you a sense of profit. This is not you settling for a place that takes away your peace. This is not you settling for a job that takes all of your time and you don't got time for yourself. God said, what do you want? This is not where you're settling. Because before, chosen ones, the things that you were asking for certain things from people that didn't have the opportunity nor the ability to provide those things. So this is you going with those lower energy individuals who, again, have no means. They don't have no faith. They don't have as far as prayers getting answered pertaining to them, they have no ranking. They have no so on and so forth, right? So with this being said, you're not settling for no positions. God's calling you to your purpose. So there's some of you that you got sat down pertaining to a job, not just because of the people that you were around. This is also because God wanted you to find yourself. What do you like doing? Half the time, your purpose is something that you do all the time, but do it for free, not realizing you're supposed to get paid for those things. Now, I ain't talking about you out here passing that cat around. Now, I ain't talking about you. But I'm talking about as far as the individuals, like, again, you're a singer. That's what you're supposed to do. Write music. It could be you being in front of the camera or in behind the camera. This could be you as far as a teacher. This could be you as a so on and so forth, all right? So some of you chosen ones, you were persuaded that you can't get paid for your purpose when that's not true. God told you to do what he's asked you to do, be true to you, authentically you, and he's going to make sure that you get paid for doing it because you have a job to do. So if God's saying that you're a healer, he's going to make sure that you get paid by being a healer. Now, not all of y'all are supposed to be out here extending yourself to people, but I'll just give myself an example real quick, okay? So, pertaining to my position, when I first started, I've always given people, I've always relayed messages that God had me say. I just didn't have a name for it, right? I just, that's Shay telling me certain things, like I would relate it to them, right? Whole time when God presented the my position, my purpose, like, yo, you supposed to get paid for this. I didn't feel right by that because I'm like, God, this is something I'm supposed to do. Like, this is my gift. This is something I naturally do. And he said, yeah, that's why I gave it to you, so that you get paid doing what I need you to do, right? So for you chosen ones, if you're supposed to spread love through your music, do you know that God's going to get you in a position with your true tribe where you're going to get paid for spreading that love out? You could be a healer through your music, the words that you say, the frequency that they feel. Not needing auto-tune, they need to feel you. They need to know what you went through, where you go to, so on and so forth, right? Now, this could be you through art. This could be you through fashion. This could be through various ways. So don't just think about you being a healer comes out just one way. No, it doesn't. It's just not you reading people or being as far as a sponge to people. No, healing comes in various ways. The love, you being a chef, you really love your purpose. You love feeding people and seeing them happy. So that love that you have for it, because it's genuine, goes into it, and anybody who eats it feels that love too. They feel in that energy comes towards them. So everything that you do, even pertaining to hair, you have a healing energy because you love that job. When you braiding people's hair, guess what? what? You're braiding love and affection. You're braiding confidence. You're allowing them to see themselves differently, so on and so forth. So be in your purpose. It's not just as far as one way, chosen ones. It's various things, right? Now, with that being said, this is not the time for you to settle for positions that you know is not going to work out. So if it does not check off all the lists and align with you perfectly, then that's not God presenting it, right? If it comes with resistance, then it's not for you. That's not God, right? And I say that because you are to go with God's flow. So this would be pertaining to that position. You'll know it's yours because the hours that you prayed for God for, like, God, please allow me to have these hours because I need these hours for my children. I need these hours for the ride purposes. God's going to align a job that has that. But you may get other options that get presented at that time just to see if you're going to take them. So a job that pays more may get presented, but it doesn't give you peace. It requires more time for you. It breaks certain things apart for you. So God's going to say, are you going to choose that because it's promising you a quick come up? Or are you going to choose the process, trust the process, and choose this job that aligns with everything else that you need? But the only thing that you're waiting for is an extra, a little bit of more finances for certain circumstances. God's about to clear out, right? So you could be saying that you want this extra pay because you got student loans, not realizing them student loans was about to get cleared, or because you have this, you're not realizing your circumstances are going to change. So don't just think about where you're at right now, baby. Think about where you're going to, okay? Because some of y'all limit yourself thinking that it doesn't make sense about where you're at now, but of course it doesn't, because God's not going to give it to you being in the same spot that you're at. He's going to give you as far as admiration to move on to the next stage, right? Now, with me saying this, shows one, so the job positions getting presented. Trust the process. There may be a bunch of jobs that's going to give you an offer back, but if that does not feel intuitively correct to you, if you go around these individuals and it feels that demonic energy, that using energy, that evil energy, that manipulative energy, that's not for you to take that opportunity. God just wants to see, have you learned your lesson? Are you seeing that that's the same? I'm going to get you in the same spot that you're trying to escape from. So for the positions, trust the process, okay? You're not going to need to do anything extra but apply yourself. God's going to, so this is not you getting approved for the job because you lied on the application. This is not you getting approved for that house because you lied on the application. This is not you getting approved for that car because you lied for the application. If you have to do that, then that's not God. You understand? God is going to make sure that you get in there based upon your circumstances. So that means that you have enough. You applied yourself. You applied to the job. Now he's going to go and speak to that person's heart to have them approve you. He's going to have certain people want to take an opportunity and risk with you. He's going to speak to certain, thank you, babies. I appreciate you, Playboy. So just know that, okay? If you got to force it, if you got to fake it, it's not yours. Now, that also goes pertaining to relationships, okay? Because you have various people that are going to arrive. Now, we'll go from the past to the present to the future, okay? So first, you're going to have past karmics that are going to try to arrive back to you, and they're going to try to act like they changed. They're a different individual. Now, some of them may not even act like they changed. They just don't realize that you changed, right? You have to realize that you're no longer that same person that you were when you encountered them, okay? So with that being said, chosen ones, the past people. So these are people that you were in past relationships with. These are people that you know spiritually and energetically attacked you, or were connected to people who were sending certain dark magic towards you, and these people did not come to your defense. So these people were so scared to stand up for you and do the right thing, even though it was on their heart that you were their confirmation. You could have been their divine person. You could have been the answer to all of their wishes. You could have been the person that they were praying for, that was here to guide them into a different position. So when they encountered you, some of them did wrong by you. They deliberately slept with you, tossed you to the side. They deliberately tried to send magic towards you to take you down. Some of them try to siphon your energy to give to somebody else. Some of them try to tell lies about you. Some of them try, so on and so forth. So these are those evil people, right? They're going to try to present themselves again. They're going to try to see if you learned your lesson, or if they can just pick off where they left off because you're so used to that in and out process with them, right? So there's certain people that did not play the position that you needed them to play, but because they don't want somebody else to step up and do those things, they're going to energetically try to deter you not to. They're going to discourage you from aligning with your true divine feminine or masculine. They're going to try to keep you from taking these job positions, this relocation. They're going to try to create doubt. They're going to try to create fear for you, okay? Nah, just know it's a no. Okay, so these individuals, it's not for you to be reconnecting, talking on the phone. This ain't for you to be messaging them again, sending them pictures of you, wondering if they can take you out to eat. No, you already closed the cycle. You do not need them in order to close that door. That shit's already been changed and locked. So that's almost equivalent to you don't need them to be around for you to change them locks, right? You don't need their approval to change or make that move. So some of you actually physically move so those individuals no longer can have access to you. Some of y'all done lost the cars that you used to be in when you were, excuse me, connected to these individuals. Excuse me, chosen one. I feel like I'm about to cough again. Some of you chosen ones, so on and so forth, right? So it happened for a reason. That job, you lost it to lose their asses so that you can gain certain things that you're supposed to been getting. Now, the past will try to present itself, try to sleep with you again, all of that. Do not. Because some of them got demons and diseases. Some of them chosen ones, they're trying to use you so that you can be sacrificed in a sense for what they're about to go through. So when you was away from them, they was scamming, they was lying, they was cheating, deceiving, and now those things are catching up to them. So they need you to put in a good word for them. So because you're in the light, they feel like if they get in your light too, that keeps them from the darkness that's about to that's chasing them or connected to them. It's not. It's only going to take you into the darkness too. So keep their asses away from you. Okay, they showed you the truth about them. They sat there and let you, chosen ones. Some of these people, when you was in the middle of your biggest battle, spiritual warfare that you was going through just because you was helping these individuals, financial issues that you was going through because you extended yourself to these individuals, they sat there and seen you by yourself, getting all these gang stalkers to attack you, try to take you down, all of these things. And guess what? You was by yourself and you beat their asses up. You beat every enemy that they was scared to leave or let go of because they was scared of what they could do. You sat there and had that dolo. So you sat there and was able to defeat all those demons, all that magic that they were sending, all those ill intentions. You sat there and beat them up by yourself, technically. But you know that when you by yourself, you're not by yourself. See, that's just a finesse. See, anytime you see me by myself, just know that I'm well protected. See, God don't let everybody get around me. So sometimes I got to tread by myself. See, even when I'm by myself, physically, I ain't by myself because you already know what you know what I'm saying? So, chosen ones, you better let them know. Because how you defeated all the demons that they was scared of. So you beat them demons to F up. Now they over here. Oh, now you trying to be friend. But when they seen you fighting, that's like somebody seeing you get jumped and they jump in. But now that you whooped everybody's ass, now they want to come and be cool with you. No, because you about to get that ass whooped too. That's a news flash. How they say, I keep saying that. News flash. So news flash, you about to get beat the fuck up too. God don't play by his divine individuals. Because soon as I say who was in the room, who witnessed it, and who sent it, oh, you getting fucked up. So just know that. Yep, because so-and-so just watch. How they say, because you just sat there and watch her do the shit. Yo, now you getting fucked up. Okay? You getting fucked up. Just know that. With that being said, so you have past people. Nope, you're not giving them no opportunities. It's done, right? Now, there's certain people. Now we're going to talk chosen ones, because some of y'all, when I say a past person, you automatically will think, now there's certain people that are getting represented to you. Now hear me out before you hit that little, hell nah. Hear me out. Shut that shit up real quick. Respectfully. Before it gets disrespectful. It's like, respectfully, hear me out, okay? Now, there's certain individuals, chosen ones, that you cross paths with. You cross paths with these individuals when you were still connected to people that you didn't listen to disconnect from. So this is why I say you have to be obedient, because everything's happening for a reason. God was intuitively telling you to disconnect from that person because another person was getting presented. He told you to leave that job because another position you was about to be in. Told you to let go of that car because he's about to put you in something newer. So on and so forth, right? Now, I say this, chosen ones, because there's some of you that cross paths with certain individuals, okay? And when you met them, you were in certain situations. You was in the middle of certain spiritual warfare. You was in the middle of letting this person go or finding your worth. You was broken down. You may not have felt like you was financially good. You may not have been in the best position, but you crossed paths with these people. They got your attention. This person you could have instantly felt drawn to. So you guys had a beautiful moment in time, but it didn't last longer. So this is somebody that They didn't cheat on you because y'all wasn't together. Although you may be offended, y'all didn't have no title. So this isn't that past person. This is somebody that when you cross paths with them, you could have had somebody that you was connected to getting out of certain circumstances. This person could have been in the same situation too. This person may not have felt like they was financially where they were supposed to be at. That could have been you too, right? So when you guys cross paths, everything, you got so much confirmations. The songs that you heard, the numbers, the way that they were, everything that you knew, like, yo, this is something special. But guess what? You had third-party energies around you. So that was that family. That's a family opinion that steered you. That was certain people that was putting you through misery so to distract you. That was certain friends that was phony. That was certain jobs that you were staying at that was taking up all your time. So there's certain things, chosen ones, that were acting like a third party pertaining to this connection. But you know that when you connected with them, it was a spark. You felt that, right? But it was short-lived. You had a brief moment, and then you guys went back onto your own areas. You guys went in different directions. Now, some of you chosen ones, that opportunity is getting represented. And I say this because you could have in your head like you would never go back to that individual. Now, I ain't talking about a past connection that did destruction. Hear me out. I'm talking about something that you felt a spark with. You felt like this was your person, but again, you had certain things going on in your life. They had things going on in their life. You guys couldn't make it work. Now, hear me out. I say this because, chosen ones, the opportunities getting represented. When they should have listened prior to meeting you, God was telling them before to let go of those individuals. They didn't listen. So when you got presented, they couldn't take that option because they had delayed listening. If they would have listened years ago, months ago, weeks prior to that, when God said, let that person go, don't let them come around, it's because they would have been available and then you would have been able to be with them, or vice versa. But sometimes you wasn't listening. Y'all kept asking questions, and it delayed it, right? So now you cross paths with that person and couldn't take that opportunity because you had to make a choice about somebody else. And you may have chose that other person's feelings over what you was feeling with your true divine person. So you was living for somebody else. And now guess what? God still ended that connection. Now he has you relearning your value. Now you're starting to learn what love is, and you're starting to realize, like, hey, that sounds familiar. That sounds like when I was with so-and-so. That sounds like, now that you know or seeing what love is, now you're starting to realize, like, yo, I think I encountered love before. It may have been briefly, but now you see that. So now your circumstances change where God was like, look at each other real quick. You see how you love this person? You see how this feel? Now, I ain't talking about those karmics that was doing love spells on you, had your ass going. I ain't talking about them karmics that was out here manipulating, had your ass going. I'm talking about somebody that you know that you felt that love with, but you was going through so much stuff that you couldn't trust people that you was around. You was under so much spiritual attack, and they was as well. So on and so forth, right? Again, their past decisions could have delayed them being able to enter this relationship, and vice versa, right? Pertaining to you too, because that could be your children. You not having time for nobody else. You just focus on your children. You just focused on a job. You just focused on disconnecting from someone else, so on and so forth, right? Now, with me saying that, chosen ones, the opportunity is about to get represented again, okay? So with this being said, as far as your divine person, they're about to get presented. So the opportunity that you thought was gone is about to get represented to you, okay? So with that being said, as far as, sorry, y'all, because I got that body butter on my face. I'm just looking like it's shiny and shit, you know what I'm saying? But okay. It just caught my attention. So I say this, chosen ones, because as far as it's about to get presented, right? So you're gonna have to make a decision. Now, when you disconnected from them, if you didn't do the work that you were supposed to do, then you may cross paths with this person and still be connected to another individual. And you really gonna have to make that decision where now you got to worry about everybody else's opinion saying, dang, you just left this one and jumped into that one. But you wouldn't have had went through that had you listened and disconnected from that person before this opportunity got presented, okay? So some of y'all, you may hear people's mouth where they're like, listen, they was married to somebody else, they divorced them in order to pursue you. And it's not because that's the worst thing, but it's because they've been getting warned that that person wasn't their individual, but they were settling for family, friends, children, whatever the case may be, work dynamics. So now that opportunity is going to present itself. Or even at that time, they could have been with somebody who was doing magic on them. So that was somebody making them feel like they was bound, making them feel like they couldn't be with anybody else. So now that they broke those spells, now they're like, yo, I'm going to take this risk. I'm actually going to pursue this person. The past people that they were with may be pissed because they may have felt like they ruined the opportunity for y'all to reignite, re-encounter each other, be in each other's life. They may have even had to downplay you a little bit by saying that you're no longer connected to them or they're not interested. But now that opportunity is about to get presented again. Okay, so you'll get to choose. Now, again, you'll know if this individual is renewed, away from what they was connected to, because actions are going to speak louder. So they're going to want to show you up. You're not going to have to stay hidden if you don't want to. They're going to pop out with you regardless of what individuals say about you too. But you need to know if that's the route that you want to go. So for every option that gets presented, you need to really make a positive decision because your life is going to be altered by it, either positive or negative. Now, also with the people that's getting presented, there's some of you chosen ones where you could watch readings, right? Now, I say this, and it's nothing bad because if you do tarot cards, that's like that's like I always say it's the energy behind it. So tarot cards is not negative, but some people behind it could be negative, just like not all passes are negative, but some passes is negative or profit, so on and so forth, right? So with that being said, chosen ones, I want you to realize you have to make up your mind on what you want to come in, because there's certain people that may try to have an opinion. Now, let me say this also. You have to know that when you're watching the readings, and this is the point I wanted to make about that, you have to know what energy you are. Because some of you don't know yourself. So you hearing about somebody who's a big boss, a CEO, and you're thinking that that's the person that you're about to be with. Whole time God's saying, no, you're the CEO that somebody else is about to be seeing. You're that big boss energy. You're the person who has abundance coming in. So some of you are thinking that these people who are coming in like they abundant, coming in like the facade, like they have money, coming in like they got it like that, and the whole time you're the one that's going to get it in your hand. Also, do not date somebody thinking about what ways that they could fulfill you. You have to be fully full. And they are just here to pour into you, and you're going to pour into them too. So this could be you chosen one starting off with somebody who you guys are both in the grinding stage, right? So you're building your business, they're building their business, and y'all got to a certain part individually, and now guys like, nope, we're going to collide this. We're going to bring it together. So chosen ones, know that you're about to make billions and millions because you got $1 billion idea, you got $1 million mentality, so on and so forth. This person has the same thing, what you have, they need, and which you need, they got, y'all come together. And it's not just about finances, it's about the mind. So this could be your divine feminine, your divine masculine, that balance. You don't have to be a feminine to be a divine feminine, and we're talking about the energy. And if we're going to talk, if you're a masculine or a feminine, you have to have both sides. You have to have your divine masculine and divine feminine energy. It has to be that yin yang within you. You understand? So, with that being said, chosen ones, know that opportunities are about to get presented to you. You get to choose your person you're going to make billions and millions of dollars with, but you're going to be happy with them too. So this is somebody that you're happiness. When you're with them, you're laughing. You feel calm. You feel at peace with them. You feel relaxed. You don't feel like you got to be at battle. You feel like this person gets you. You don't got to dress up picture perfect for them to be wanting the picture with you. You're going to feel fully fulfilled while you're with this person, okay? So you have love coming in. Choose wisely. You got options, but you see the person who is taking, not just trying to take the initiative, but their actions, their soul, their morals align with you in the direction that you're heading in. Don't just settle, okay? Don't just be out here choosing to choose, okay? Make sure that you're choosing somebody that makes sense to you, not where you're coming from, having to be on battle, having to be mad, no. This is your softer era, regardless if you're a feminine or a masculine. So you need somebody who you can feel that calmness with, them forehead kisses with, that love, that person who speaks calmness to you. They see you getting anxious, they relax you. This person who is not going to be extra, they all chill when they around you. This is that person. You understand? They're about to get presented. So be mindful of it, chosen ones. Think about what love really is to you. What is love? Some of you don't know love, but you'll gain love based upon the love that you give yourself. So how does it feel? It feels safe. Does your inner child feel safe with this person, or do they feel like they got to be on guard? Do you feel like you can trust this person? Does this person want to pour into you? Do they give to you? Does this person love you? Do they reciprocate energy to you? You have to really think about that, okay? So pay attention. Your soul will let you know, but the enemy will also try to cause distractions and try to encourage you that what you're feeling is not right. So I say this again, you know I got my deal going on, buy one, get one. So if you need help to decipher whether or not that's your person, if that's your karmic, if you need to know what stage or phase that you are in your life, I got you. The link's in my bio, okay? Again, it's buy one, get one free until it's for a limited amount of time. So I'll just say take advantage of it. But I got you, okay? So you got positions coming, you have people coming. Some of you may encounter somebody completely new. Now, just because they're new does not mean that they're for you. So why I say don't get caught up on that past person or present person, because you could have crossed paths with somebody in the past that was getting themselves together. God didn't have y'all fully collide or fully take it to the next level because he wanted to make sure that you were at your highest, they were at their highest. So he had y'all cross paths briefly just so that you could see the difference between the people that you were with. So now you're like, I think I've encountered love before, and it was with this past person that got presented, but it wasn't the person that you was with. So again, you'll be able to decipher, okay? But excuse me, chosen ones. Again, I know that's so disrespectful. I don't like coughing and shit all in the mic, but my allergies. It's just like this wind was whipping around. I love like the fall like weather, but you know, it got that pollen and shit whipping around too. It is what it is, but I appreciate you. I love you. I'm gonna get up off here because I do got some coaching sessions to do, but just know, baby, oh, thank you, babies. I appreciate you. But just know, chosen ones, I'll make sure I'll probably get on live, if not tomorrow, the next day. But don't get caught up in the hype, all right? Don't get caught up in this negative shit. Don't get caught up all in the elections and all of that. You build your life, okay? You build your world. All right, and we building it with people that it makes sense to build it with, okay? So congratulations in advance. Y'all got marriages coming. You got babies coming. And it's going to come quicker than what you expected. It's because you've been praying this whole time for it to get presented. So now guess what? It's about to come to you. And you could be thinking like, oh, you thought it was going to get taken slow. No, when that person knows, they know. So you could be thinking that you're going to get proposed to next year. The whole time when your person arrives, that first date, you may get proposed to. You may get married. You might have a baby rather quicker than what you think. Some of you say that you don't want to have children, but it's because of your past experiences. Now you got this person who they're the perfect person for you. Don't speak spells against you. So just ask God to align what is for you, but don't make decisions, too much decisions where you start speaking spells on yourself too, okay? I love you. Continue to be great. If you need me, you know how to reach me, okay? Be great, babies.